Hello Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Scorpio, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energies. With all that being said, Scorpio, let's get started. How does Scorpio currently view this relationship? All right, Scorpio. Scorpio. This feels like a heads up, fair warning from Spirit to you. Someone's about to enter your life very soon, and whoever this someone is that's about to enter your life very soon, Scorpio, it's somebody who's going to want to pursue a life with you, a relationship with you. I am definitely getting that. With the Page of Wands to the Three of Wands coming out here, I am definitely getting that. Well, then again, you're a Scorpio, so I find this to be very fascinating because Scorpios can definitely sense and feel things coming from like a mile away. It's just fascinating that you don't see this coming, especially with the Knight of Swords coming out here. Like the Knight of Swords is that energy of expect the unexpected, you know? So I am definitely getting that this particular person and this particular connection is going to catch you off guard, but it's fascinating because you're not going to see this one coming. With the moon, you're not going to see this coming, which is interesting because you guys are like, you guys are very intuitive. You guys have psychic abilities. So you guys typically see things coming. With the High Priestess to the Eight of Wands, you guys typically see things coming. Like you might find yourself feeling, like something's coming, but you don't know what's coming. And then boom, this person shows up out of nowhere and you're just like, whoa, wasn't expecting that. Like I am definitely getting that could play out for some of you out there. For others of you, you may not even sense this coming. You may not even feel, this coming, and it might just catch you off guard and just throw you off, because you're just so used to like seeing things coming, feeling things coming way before it actually even shows up. So the fact that this particular situation is catching you off guard, I guess we'll see, you know what I mean? How you respond and react to it. Because you guys typically don't like surprises from what I've noticed about you guys. You guys typically don't like to be, I feel like it is kind of hard to surprise a Scorpio then again, because you guys are so like intuitive and you guys definitely do have like psychic abilities and things of that nature. So I feel like it is kind of hard to like surprise you guys, but this is definitely going to surprise you, surprisingly, is basically what I'm gathering, okay? But this, like I said, this does kind of feel like a heads up, fair warning, somebody's coming, and whoever this person is, it's definitely somebody who's going to want to pursue a relationship with you. Considering the fact that we did get the Knight of Swords for this person, that's kind of telling me that things are going to move very, very quickly here between you and this person, okay? Things are going to move very, very quickly, so prepare yourself for that as well. How does this person currently view this relationship? Okay, so we have the King of Swords, okay? We have the King of Pentacles, and then we also have the High Priestess. Okay, in regards to how this person is currently viewing this relationship with you, I feel like you have yet to essentially meet this person. I feel like this person has yet to essentially meet you. This is kind of what they currently find themselves up to. I am definitely getting like a strong like homebody vibe off of this person. So this person may be like, a little bit of a homebody. Like this person's not against going out, you know what I mean, and socializing with people. Like I wouldn't go as far as to say that this person's like antisocial or anything like that. But, if they had to like pick and choose between going out and socializing with people or just kind of staying home and just chilling, at the house, like they rather just stay at home chilling at the house, you know what I mean? But again, I wouldn't say that this person's like against going out or antisocial or anything like that, because the King of Swords is somebody who typically likes going out. The King of Swords is somebody who's typically known for being very social, but I don't know. I guess it just kind of depends on like the mood that this person's in. I feel like I'm basically describing how this person is as an individual to you, to be honest. I am definitely getting that this person is very, very much so single. So you don't got to worry about, anything crazy. You don't have to worry about this person being married or, in a relationship or anything like that with anybody. Like this person is very, very much so single. They are also very, very intuitive themselves. This person could be a Pisces, they could be a Taurus, they could even be an Aquarius. But yeah, they live a very simple life. I'm also getting that. Nothing wrong with that. It just kind of looks like all this person does is, I don't know, like, you know, wake up every morning, get dressed, go to work. Once they're done with work, they come back home, chill, you know, watch some Netflix maybe, you know, cook some dinner, take a shower, go to bed, wake up and do it all over again. Like, they live a very simple life, very simple life. They don't really go out that much though. I am getting that. Like, this person doesn't really go out that much. But again, it's like, it's not that they're against going out. They just prefer to be home chilling. You know what I mean? You know, basically. All right. How does Scorpio feel? I'm not really seeing the connect. Okay, here we go. Not really seeing, well, I was going to say, I'm not really seeing the connection just yet. Between you and this person, but this is where we start to kind of see the two of you colliding into one another, however it is that you do collide into this person, because it could be just randomly out and about. For some of you, you could very well be meeting this person online or through a mutual friend, whatever have you. But I do see you meeting this person, and I do see you falling into this energy of trying to like convince yourself to not bother with this person, to not, you know, take the time to get to know this person. I'm kind of curious as to why. You're falling into this energy. Because this to me it's like, it's an energy of being pulled in two different directions. It's like there's that part of you that's like, oh my God, like I really do like this person. Like they're really cool. And then there's that other part of you that's like, nope. We don't have time for this, you know, because we got to do this and we got to do that. And we don't have time for all this stuff. You know what I mean? We don't have the time because we got too much things to do. And it's just, you know, like, I feel like that's what you're doing. It's like you're trying to talk yourself out of continuing to date this person and get to know this person. So you do have the King and the Queen of Swords out here, making the two of you soulmates. I am definitely getting, when you meet this person meets you, communication, my friend, is definitely going to be on point between the two of you. Okay. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords. Oh, okay. Well, you definitely like this one over here that you find yourself connecting with. You definitely like them. You're looking at this person as somebody who basically like possesses everything that you truly want and desire, you know, within a person. Hence why you feel so drawn to them. Hence why you want to continue to date them, get to know them, build a relationship with them. Like you're really, really falling for this person. I am definitely getting that. Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles. Okay, let's see what we got. We have the Six of Pentacles, and then we also have the Judgment card out here. Well, you know, I feel like Spirit, as well as, you know, Tarot, has a point here. These things that you gotta do, okay? Not saying that you don't gotta do these things, whatever those things are that you're essentially referring to, because I keep getting, but I gotta do this, and I gotta do that, and I don't have time for this because I gotta do a million things, okay? Apparently you got a million things to do at this point, Scorpio. I feel like Tarot / Spirit has a point. Why can't you do both? Why can't you do both? It's like you feel you got to pick and choose between the two. It's like you're either going to focus on building a relationship with this person, or you're going to focus on whatever it is that you got to do, Scorpio. But Spirit has a point. Why can't you do both? 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 Again, I'm not entirely sure what it is that you gotta do, but whatever it is that you gotta do, it's something that's very important to you. It's something that's very, very important to you. So this could have a lot to do with turning a passion of yours into a business, getting that degree you've been dying to get, climbing that corporate ladder, like whatever it may be. But yeah, Spirit's like, and why can't you do both? Why can't you do both? Why can't you? I mean, Spirit has a point. I don't know. Why can't you, Scorpio? Why can't you do both? I don't know. It's like you feel like you can't, though. That's the thing. Like you feel like you can't. You feel like you can't focus on what you gotta do and then focus on them in a relationship with them at the same exact time. Okay. How does this person, oh wow. How does this person currently feel? Okay. We have the World, which I do want to look into. We also have the Eight of Wands, and then we also have the Star. I just feel like based off of, you know, the communication between the two of you and how things are unfolding here between the two of you, it kind of has this person basically looking at you like you just might be the one for them. It's basically what I'm gathering. But I do want to look at the World. Tell me more about the World. Yeah, well, this person finds themselves falling for you. They definitely find themselves falling for you, and they're definitely falling for you at a rapid pace, and it looks like they do not mind. It looks like they do not mind whatsoever. Okay. Nothing is standing in this person's way, I would say, from like continuing to like pursue you in a relationship with you, but you feel, that's the thing, is like you feel like something is standing in your way from pursuing them and the life that you want with them. Because again, this is somebody that you're going to continue to, you know, talk to, get to know, date, whatever have you. And I do see you getting to that point of wanting them in a life with them, but there's something that's standing in your way, and it has a lot to do with whatever it is that you gotta do. Well, I gotta focus on this, and I gotta focus on that. I gotta get this off the ground, and I gotta do that too. And I don't have time, you know, to build with anybody. I don't have time. Okay. What actions will Scorpio take towards this person or moving forward? Okay. Okay. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And then we also have the, you know, I wonder, because you kind of strike me as somebody who has, and I could be wrong, but I've met a lot of people that are like this, where like they feel like they can't really focus on like themselves or like their goals and the things that they want to accomplish and achieve for themselves while like dating someone or getting to know someone or even being in a relationship with someone at that. So you kind of like strike me as somebody who is very much so like that, where, you know, you feel like you can't really build and establish a life with someone because it basically distracts you from like the things that you want to focus on and do with your life. So this could basically, you know, mean that you're somebody who gets easily distracted. That's definitely, you know, a possibility. I just feel like you're very worried and concerned that if you were to pursue them in a life with them, that it's just going to distract you from your purpose. It's just going to distract you from your purpose, or create like delays in your life from like accomplishing and achieving the things that you want to accomplish and achieve for yourself. And you don't want that to happen. Then don't let it happen. I think that you're kind of like, I'm gonna be real with you, I feel like you're kind of making this a little bit more complicated than what it needs to be. Like, especially because like when we clarified the Five of Pentacles, that was like Spirit's way of calling you out, by the way. It's not me calling you out. This is Spirit calling you out. And why can't you do both? I don't get it. Like, why can't you do both? Like, what's the problem? Why can't you do both? I feel like you're making this a little bit more complicated than what it needs to be. It's all about establishing that art of balance in your life, as well as boundaries, you know, with this person. Like, basically, that's what it all boils down to, and it's something that you're very capable of. You're very capable of that. You're very capable of establishing boundaries with this person. You're very capable of creating the art of balance in your life. You're capable of these things. But I feel like the more you sit there and tell yourself like, but no, because the thing is that if like, you know, I pursue them in a life with them, I'm going to get distracted. Let me be honest with you. If the more you tell yourself like, well, if I pursue a life with them, I'm going to get distracted, you're going to get distracted. well, if I go off and I pursue a life with them, like it's just going to create delays in my life, you know? I'll be able to accomplish and achieve what I want for myself a lot quicker if this person or anyone at that is not in my life. Then that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's exactly what's going to happen. And I just, that's exactly what's going to happen. You know, this is like the epitome, dude, of you like manifesting things into fruition that you don't want to manifest into fruition, if that makes any sense. Because there's a lot of power, you know, within your tongue, you know what I mean? So with that being said, it's like, the more you sit there and tell yourself, well, if I were to pursue a life with them or anyone at, you know, at that, I'm going to get distracted. Well, I promise you, hands down, you're going to get distracted. Or the more you sit there and tell yourself, you know, no, because like if I were to pursue a life with them, like, you know, it's going to take forever for me to accomplish and achieve my goals. That's exactly what's going to end up happening. That's exactly what's going to end up happening. You're basically speaking things into existence that you don't want to come into existence is basically what you're doing here. Is basically what you're doing here. You could do both. That's the thing. You need to stop telling yourself. That's another thing. It's like you keep telling yourself, but I can't do both. I can't do both. I can't do both. And it's like, well, you're going to forever feel like you can't do both then. You know, but that's the thing, right? Is that with the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, that's telling me you want love in your life, right? You want somebody that you could build and establish a life with. And that's exactly what Spirit is basically delivering to you. The universe is essentially delivering to you. Someone that you could build and establish a life with. But this mentality that you have of, I can't do both. And, you know, if I do that, you know, I'm going to get distracted. And then this is going to happen. And that's, then for sure, that's exactly what's going to happen. But it doesn't have to be this way is basically what Spirit's trying to convey to you. It doesn't have to be this way. Like you pursuing a life with this person doesn't mean that you're gonna get distracted. I mean, if you keep telling yourself that you're gonna get distracted, you're gonna get distracted, but you don't have to get distracted. If you were to just establish boundaries here with this person and allow you know, the art of balance to just simply coexist in your life, then you'll be Gucci, you'll be straight, you'll be good. You know what I mean? But stop telling yourself like, if you go and pursue a life with them, you're going to get distracted or it's going to create delays in your life or you can't do both, because you can do both. This mentality is robbing you of what you could have, right? Which is a life with them, the happily ever after you've been waiting for, you've been wanting, you know, because it's here. But I feel like you're too busy telling yourself, but no, I can't because yada, 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 yada. You know what I mean? But you can. You can, you know? You definitely can. And even then, it's like, with that Knight of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles, it's like, even though you have your reasons, let's call it that, your reasons why you can't pursue a life with them because of X, Y, and Z, I still see you pursuing this connection either which way because you really like them. So I see you pursuing them and a life with them while still telling yourself, no, but I really shouldn't, I really can't because, you know, X, Y, and Z, you know? But it's interesting because while you're pursuing them, right, and this connection that you share with them, you're also focusing on you and the things you gotta focus on and the things that you gotta do. So like, this is like, this kind of goes against what you believe you're incapable of doing. Does that make sense? Like, gosh, hopefully that makes sense. It's like you're telling yourself, well, no, I can't date this person or continue to pursue a life with them because, you know, that I'm going to get distracted and then this is going to happen and it's going to create delays in my life. And I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I already know that that's exactly what's going to happen. But you're pursuing this connection still and yet while also pursuing your goals and things that you want to accomplish and achieve for yourself. So you can do both. But you're over here like, but no, I can't. I'm telling you, Milagros, I can't do both. I can't do both. Like, I have to really pick and choose between the two because I really can't do both. Can't focus on making my dreams a reality and then focus on them and building a relationship with them. I'm going to get distracted and this is going to happen and that's going to happen. But it's like, but that's not what I see. You're doing both. You're doing both. We don't see you distracted. We see you very focused, you know, on your goals and the things that you want to accomplish and achieve for yourself, while also taking time to focus on them and building a relationship with them. So this whole, I can't do both, I can't do both, well, that doesn't look to be true to me, because you're doing both. You're doing both. Like, you're doing both. You're doing both. By the way, another two pair situation here between you and this person. This whole like belief that you have, you got to do away with it. You got to do away with it, because it's not true. It's obviously not true. I mean, you are pursuing them and your goals, and you're taking time out for both things to coexist in your life. So you can actually do both. I think that you just need to stop, you know, selling yourself short, you know what I mean? Okay. Let's do, oh wow, another true pair situation. We got the High Priestess to the Hierophant out here. So another true pair situation here. You guys are very compatible to one another, but in regards to how this person plans on moving forward, we have the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles. This person's convinced that you're the one. FYI, they're convinced that you're the one. And very, very soon, I see them expressing that to you. And very, very soon, I see them wanting to take that next step with you. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. This whole, but I can't because yada, yada, yada. Like, you can. You can. You definitely can. You don't have to sacrifice anything here like you think you do. Like, that's the thing. It's either you're going to focus on them and pursuing a life with them, or and sacrifice everything that you want to accomplish and achieve for yourself, or you're going to sacrifice your relationship with them and focus on accomplishing and achieving whatever it is that you want to accomplish and achieve for yourself. You could do both. I just feel like you're lying to yourself by telling yourself, but I can't, because then this is going to happen, then that's going to happen. Well, I don't see that actually happening, though. That's the thing. Like, I don't see that happening. I don't. Yeah, I just don't see that happening. It's just a matter of like establishing boundaries. When it's time for you to focus on you and your goals and what you got to do, that's you time right there. You know what I mean? And when it's time for you to focus on them and your relationship with them, then that time belongs to them, right? And your relationship with them. It's just a matter of creating that balance. And I do see you doing that. That's the thing. It's like, I do see you doing that. I do see you taking time to focus on you and your goals. Then I see you taking time to focus on them. There's that nice balance going on, right? But then if you decide to continue to keep this mentality of, but I can't because I'm gonna get distracted, and I can't because this, and then I can't because of that, right? What's gonna end up happening here is that something's gonna get neglected along the way. It's either gonna be your goals and the things that you wanna accomplish and achieve for yourself, or it's gonna be them and your relationship with them. Something's gonna end up getting neglected along the way. And whatever's gonna end up getting neglected along the way, don't be mad at me when I say this, because I'm being blunt with you, right? Because you've been with me for a while, you already know how I am, right? It's because you're allowing it to essentially happen. It's because you're speaking it into fruition. Because it's not that this person is distracting you. You know what I mean? You're allowing yourself at that point to essentially get distracted. You're allowing yourself at that point to get consumed by them and your relationship with them. See what I mean? Like, so it's just a matter of being disciplined with yourself. And it's just a matter of establishing that art of balance in your life, as well as boundaries. That's it. But once you establish discipline with yourself, that when it's time for you to focus on you, it's time for you to focus on you. You know, the whole world is going to have to, you know, wait on you until you're done focusing on you and what you got to do. And once you're done focusing on what you got to do, then you could pour into other people. Then you could dedicate your time and energy towards other people. But when it's time for you to do you, everybody else is just going to have to sit around and just wait until you're done. And it's just that simple. It is literally just that simple. But you have to be disciplined with yourself. You see what I mean? Like, you have to be disciplined with yourself. Like, you have to be. Like, you can't allow yourself to be so consumed by this person and your relationship with them that you start neglecting your goals and losing sight of your goals and things that you want to accomplish and achieve for yourself. Because if you allow that to happen, then technically speaking, that will be on you, not on them and your relationship with them, but on you, because you allowed yourself to get consumed by them and your relationship with them. But again, it goes the other way around. If you allow yourself to get so consumed by your goals and things that you want to accomplish and achieve for yourself to the point where you start to neglect them and your relationship with them, that is like, it goes back to, that's on you. You know what I mean? But you don't need to sacrifice anything. You don't need to sacrifice anything. You can have the best of both worlds, homie. Like, you can continue to focus on your career, your goals, all the things that you want to accomplish and achieve for yourself, while also taking time out for them. You can do both. Stop lying to yourself and telling yourself that you can't, because you're selling yourself short. You truly are selling yourself short by having this belief of, that you have, and this mentality that you have, because the Spirit's saying, oh, no, I know Scorpio well enough to know that they could do both. They just keep lying to themselves and telling themselves that they can't. Like, Spirit knows that you can do both. If Spirit didn't think that you could do both, Spirit would have never even sent this person to your life to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, so you could do both, and I see you doing both, which also kind of proves that this belief that you have is wrong. All right. So with that being said, my friend, that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading.